Good afternoon, everyone. Real Investor back here with another video in regards to crop budgets here. Today we'll be talking about corn. For the 23 crop year, 23-24 crop year, I will be marketing, I think about 14,000 bushels of corn on 100 acres. That's assuming a yield of 140 bushels an acre. As you can see, I pulled up the Missouri dry land corn planting budget here and kind of going to compare my figures to theirs and explain, the cost differences and where I think feel about these numbers here. So as you can see, grain sales looks like at $1,003 an acre. They're getting that from a 170 bushel an acre yield and a 590 corn price. That's pretty close. I'd say your average. I'd say my county average is around there, and dollars per unit. 590. I think we closed at 575 at our local elevator today. So on that new crop corn. So it's right in the ballpark. The acres I'm farming, some marginal ground, so I'd put that more 150, 140 on the per acre basis there of what we can grow. Okay, let's go back up here to the operating cost here. Fertilizer 243, chemical 56, seed 116. I'll go over to my sheet here. I estimated seed at $1.20. That's pretty close there. They had, what they have, 116. Yeah, 116 is pretty close. Maybe closer to, a little less than $1.20 or $120 an acre. Fertilizer, I think my estimate's pretty conservative. Mine's, quite a bit above theirs, or I believe 17 higher. And urea and anhydrous, ammonia levels have sold off since when this has been published even. So I just wanted to remain conservative on it. Definitely wanted to get above 250 on that cost. My current plans to put on 120 acres of anhydrous ammonia, and then come back with a side dress all over the corn. I think it really helps reduce efficiency or inefficiencies in how your nitrogen's used. I've considered going and applying a starter base liquid nitrogen on the planting site, but haven't got to that yet, or acquired the proper accessories for our planter on that yet. Next chemical, I truly believe they are way low. That Missouri's way low on this. I've got quotes from several elevator or cooperatives, agronomy department providers, and 56 is just low. That should be 70 to 80 all day. Is what I've kind of seen. And it looks like crop insurance, supplies, storage is $3 an acre. I mean, nothing too significant there. On my crop insurance, I put $35 an acre. I just wanted to be conservative. I think I am going to an enterprise style budget or insurance plan, so that should be cheaper. And I'm just paying to reduce risk on insurance. I'm not paying for some crazy product either, so I think that's even conservative. I want to overestimate my cost rather than, be surprised. So, and you need to do that with your grain marketing too, is to overestimate them, in my opinion, to be the most significant. Interest, $40 an acre. I just did that based on my, operating loan, what I thought I was going to pay, how long I was going to carry the note. And this would be like worst case scenario. I believe, let's see here, they have interest at like only $18. I'm not sure when this was published. It could have been well before rates were ecstatic, but I really wanted to be conservative on this one because the interest can be a killer. So I was really conservative on that amount. Cash rent, the farm I'm renting, is 100 acres at $135 an acre. So confidential information. I'm not going to tell you who it is. But the rural investor is paying $135 an acre on his marginal corn ground. So that adds up to a total operating cost of $670. And I'm just to give a base, I know there's machinery costs, I know there's repairs, there's definitely a whole bunch of other costs. But I myself do not own any machinery or any assets relating to putting the crop in at all. So I exchange my labor in order to utilize those. Utilize that equipment that my father owns. So I'm blessed to have the opportunity, to be able to farm, to be able to use the resources from your family farm. It's a blessing. So I can't agree more there. And here's my estimates: 140 bushels an acre. My goal is $100 an acre profit. That leaves us a revenue needed of $770. And there's just the corn acres, showing 140 and 100 acres is 14,000 bushels. So after you do the math there, let's see here. A target price to get that 550 level. I did my revenue needed divided by my bushels, expected bushels an acre. I'm showing I can make about 550. I can show I can make $100 an acre on 550 corn. So even with this big sell-off we've had to start the year, I'm still sitting good as far as position wise. That's why I really want to protect my position overall, and potentially use some derivative options to protect that at a cheap cost. So other than that, this has a bunch of other custom hire rental. A lot of that I mentioned. Not too many resources there that will be used there. Total operating cost $602. My total operating cost was a $670. So I like being 70 over. Missouri. It very well could be less than that. But as far as planning and marketing, I really like this model. It's really simple. Anybody can implement it. And if you do need to have costs for other sources of your operation, whether it be repairs, machinery. This even has farm business overhead, machinery depreciation, real estate charge. I did include my real estate charges as you show. It's a big part of it, so you got to include that in there. And interest. We don't have any irrigational energy. Some of these don't apply to your farms. So, but other than that, the big takeaway, I think this format had chemical low, had fertilizer and seed about right, I'd say. Everything else was pretty close, but chemical was off, I think. And total cost, probably accurate. I mean, that sounds like a lot, $864 to put a crop in, but with these price levels and profitability, you're still, after even depreciation charge, you're making over $100 an acre based on metrics. So other than that, that's kind of my plan. I'll keep you updated throughout the year when I make any marketing decisions. But I have a target price of $550 and I haven't sold any yet. But I'm probably going to change that target price to realized like a $6. If I could get $6 cash out of the field, I'd be more than happy to sell. Sell 2,500 bushels, sell 3,000 bushels, get a little chunk down there, and probably set a new target. But other than that, I appreciate you guys watching the video. Feel free to check out my I have a blog website, theruralinvestor.net, and you can find that there below, and a link in the subscription. So other than that, have a good evening, guys, and thank you for watching.